number 2 on day 3 here in Battle Creek at the Kellogg Arena for the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series Michigan Open. And as you can see, lagging off Tyler Styer, who doesn't know that face. You might not know the other one, Kang Lee. He was just in the commentary box with me. This time in the commentary box, I've got the world famous, the legend, and he's just got through to the last 16, I believe.
Not yet, one more.
One more. Well, let's just say it's a given. You're going to get to the top 16. It's Tony Robles.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. It's a pleasure to be back. And as you know, I enjoy doing commentary with you. You're a world-class commentator, in my opinion.
Oh.
And it's a pleasure to be here.
Wow. That is a big compliment coming from you. I was reading actually Tony Drago's comments. He loved the commentary yesterday, he said.
Oh, I love Tony. Tony's awesome. Oh, wow. Went straight. I mean, he flew into the side pocket. Yeah. I mean, you know, in New York, we call him Lee Kang. Everyone calls him Kang Lee because that's I guess that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. But I've known the kid since he first came to New York many years ago. So I've known him a long time. And he has a killer break. But, you know, fortunately there, he hit the one offside. But you can tell he made what? 1, 2, 3, 5, he made 3 balls on the break.
Yeah, in the last match, you were playing your other match. Kang Lee was actually commentating with me for part of the Kraus match, the Mickey Kraus, and he was making 3 and made 4 balls on the break at one time. Broke really well. The table's breaking fabulous. So if you can control that rock,
yes,
you're in business.
Yes. Well, you know, and you know how devastating a scratch can be at any point in a race to 4 with this format. You know, it can set the tone pretty much for the set.
So possible.
Going to draw past the 8 and the 9, but I think he came a little short there. I think he meant to hit, obviously meant to hit it much harder than that.
Yeah. Are you sticking in behind the 10 ball here, Tony?
Yeah, you know, but I would still try to hit it. Oh, he's going to bank it. He called the bank. I guess he wants to put it behind the 8 and the 9. So I think he prefers that over anything. Right? I think that's what he wants to do. He hit it great.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Oh, he hit it absolutely perfect.
Wow. A double whammy.
Someone hits me with a shot like that, I go up to him and I say, did I steal something from you? Because you hit that like I stole something from you, you know. That's how good he hit that. I mean, again, this is one of those shots where I don't think it's good to hit it hard. I think you want to hit it. And he's, keep in mind, a lot of people that don't know Lee don't know that he's a 3-cushion player.
Yeah, he was telling us.
Oh, he is no joke with 3-cushion either. He's a hell of a pool player, and he's one phenomenal 3-cushion player, too. Because he plays out of Sang Lee's in Queens, Cameron Cafe. Sang Lee, the legendary Sang Lee, used to own that before he passed away. And Sang Lee was one of the greatest 3-cushion players that ever lived. I saw him run 17 one time and stop to take a cigarette break. He didn't even miss.
Oh, that's a great hit.
Well, remember what I said? When you kick these shots, you have to hit it soft. Because if you hit it soft, you increase the chances of having the 6 stop in this rail and that rail and that rail and keep, you know, separation, you know. If you hit it too hard, then now you increase the chances of ending up leaving it in front of the pocket.
Yeah, good call, Tony.
And that's definitely a no-no with this format. He's going to try to put him behind the 10 here. He hit it great, too.
He's hit it great. He's coming behind the 10. Perfect again. I think he's trying to teach him a lesson here. He's going to say, right, you're a 3-cushion player. Show me how good you are at 3-cushion.
But the funny thing is that he's not going to kick it. He's going to try to jump it, which surprises me.
And me, because I asked him if he jumps. He said, no, I prefer to kick because I'm not tall enough to jump. I guess he's got the use of the rail here, which helps him to bridge on.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to hit it the rail first and send the cue ball underneath the 8 and the 9, I guess, you know.
Whoa,
at least I think that's what he was trying to do, but
needs a bit of luck.
No, he left him a perfect angle here, pal. So how's your day been so far with commentating? Yeah,
it's been. I've missed you, of course, but I've had some good replacements. I've got to say, I've just had a lovely guy in. Sharik came in
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Aloysius Yap's good buddy. Very knowledgeable guy, also from Singapore.
Well, I got my work cut out for me next match for the money match.
Who
But
have
I'm
you
looking
got?
forward to it.
I know who you've got. Do you know who you've got?
Yes. Aloysius.
Aloysius Yap. Oh, he's played that well.
Yeah, I mean, he hit it about as best as you can hit it with these pockets. You know, you don't want to hit it much harder than that because then you're going to risk, drawing the ball. Now he's probably going to play position for the 9 ball, 2 rails in the same pocket. That's the ideal shot for here. Nice speed. Absolute perfect speed. And he's going to roll down here and try to get as straight on the 10 as possible. It's the only time I ever recommend anyone get straight on in any run out, the last ball.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say that. It all depends on the game.
Both players have had their chances in this. Played a nice stun run through there. I like that as opposed to rolling it.
Yes.
Still keep the stroke going, Tony.
Yes. And when you're playing in new equipment, Mark, you have the tendency of having balls skid on you a lot, And a lot of times if you having the choice between slow rolling it, or at least when I do, slow rolling it or hitting it firm and hitting the cue ball somewhere else to attain the same.
Lower.
Yeah, I'd rather hit it a little more speed because I don't want to risk getting that little skid.
Yeah, I'm a big believer that also they were a big thing. We call them kicks in snooker, and there was a lot of things. Is it the chalk that causes it? Is it when most of them happen on a slow roll?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely right.
Now, Tyler Styer actually gave me a lift home last night. I was stranded here. My buddy had already gone home to get some rest for his match today.
I'm glad you got a ride.
And I waited around. Tyler was here until the closing time, till midnight last night, practicing. So I hung around, watched him practice, and then we sat outside the hotel in his car, and we were talking for about 20 minutes about different styles, and it was nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, he's a lovely kid.
Oh, yeah, he's a spectacular kid. I mean, a good head on his shoulders, very humble. I mean, I enjoy watching him, not just on the table, but off the table, and you just don't see that much, nowadays. But, most of the guys here in the tour are really amazing,
I found that as well. So he's made a ball in the break, finished perfect on the one. And this is the break he was talking to me about yesterday, about getting that one ball over that top right-hand corner pocket, and played it to perfection that time.
And if you notice, the reason why the pros sometimes don't go all out on the break when it comes to new equipment, because since the ball tends to slide more, it increases the chances of the cue ball ending up table. So you had to make a major adjustment. So kind of like Roberto Gomez yesterday, remember? We kept saying he's breaking like a monster.
Yeah.
But the cue ball kept going up table. It won't go that far up if you're on a worn out cloth.
Gotcha.
It'll stop closer to the center. So that's why they have to take a little off, because they're trying to control not just the cue ball, but the movement of the one ball.
And he's got that beautiful Styer stroke going. Beautiful, smooth, a little bit reminiscent of Federgorst with that nice little smooth delivery, the elbow drop. Good to watch. I like watching. And then you see the backhand nice and loose. Grip opens up on the backswing. Really in control of the ball.
Yeah, see here, he just has to go negotiate. Just make sure he gets past the 9 a bit. If he has enough angle, he's probably going to draw near the 8 and play the 7 in the low left-hand pocket. But if not, he's probably just going to come off. You see, that's what he's looking at. Yeah. The other option is, if he has a nice angle, is just come off the top rail. Come off the top rail with 0 spin and stop more or less where it's at right now. But those are the two shots. But I like what he's doing here because he's taking the 9 out of play.
I said this to you yesterday, and I'm going to say it again today because it seems to be working. If you carry on playing the way you're commentating, you're going to snap this off, my friend.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take it one comment at a time and one shot at a time. That's all I can do.
Do you ever find yourself thinking about commentary when you're playing?
Not at all. Not at all.
Good.
I
Whatever
look
you do,
forward
don't
to
think
it.
of mine.
Yeah, I just want to stay focused on the match. Ooh.
And there we see again the shot clock, and we've seen it about 3 or 4 times this morning already.
Yeah.
On that last little stroke, and you're trying to get it in with your timing as well. And if it's just slightly off, it can make you put in a quick one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Chance here looked like he was going to be going 2 behind. I think he's already used his extension, hasn't he?
Yeah, Lee has a chance here to put himself on the board. Just wants to slide it over to play the 8-ball in the lower right-hand corner pocket, so he's going to probably hit it close to the center of the cue ball, maybe slightly below. Doesn't need to hit it with a lot of speed at all.
Oh, what a stroke that is.
Yeah.
Beautifully played.
Now, I'm not sure if he can make it in the side. If he makes it in the side, that's definitely the shot, because he can hit it with a little bit of inside spin and come down for the 9 on the side with just enough angle to play the 10-ball in the lower right-hand pocket. And I think that's what he's looking at, because if he decides to shoot this in the corner, he's just going to have to go across. He has too much angle here.
Oh, and he's used his extension as well, and he was worried about that. He was worried about the shot clock.
Hit it very, very nice.
And how well has he stroked that? Absolutely perfect, Tony.
Absolutely perfect. You can't hit any better.
Yeah, I like stunning this in now. It's the shot we were talking about before. Get that nice
There you go.
stun run through.
Yeah.
And that's what he's played.
He
Played
came a
it
little
very
bit.
well.
You see how I slowed down there in the bottom rail?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he hit it great. He hit it great.
I like the way he didn't just roll it in.
It was unfortunate that Tyler missed that 7, but Lee's making sure that he takes full advantage of it.
And he has. And we're 1-1. We're going for a timeout. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Battle Creek, and we're in the Kellogg Arena along with Tony Robles, and it looked like Tyler Styer was going to go 2-0 ahead there, Tony, but a mistake on the 7 let Kang Lee back in, and he's breaking off, scratched in the first one, doesn't want to scratch in this one.
And he has a monster break. He just needs to control the rock. You see, almost went straight into the side again. You see that? So he's misreading it. You could tell he made a bit of an adjustment.
Oh, he's had a result though.
An adjustment, but you know, it was enough to avoid the scratch. You know, so now I guarantee you, next time he's going to hit it even more to the right. Right? That's what you got to do. You have to pay attention to the small little details. That's what makes the difference between winning and losing. Right? And you know, it's always amazed me how the smaller, thinnest guys always had the hardest breaks, man. It's like unbelievable. I mean, he has I've always loved watching him break. He has a monster break. So you have two titans over here when it comes to the break, because Tyler breaks super strong as well. He has one of the best breaks on planet Earth.
Yeah, when we had Sharik in the booth after Kang Lee, he said that he thinks Tyler Styer has the best 10-ball break. Kang Lee didn't even put him in the top 3, and I think Tyler Styer might have been listening.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
It needs a bit of... Yeah, he's got it. Beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, he decided to go with inside spin there because I think he didn't like the traffic. He had to avoid the 5, the 3, and then, you know, might end up running into the 3. I think he did. I think it was a good shot, because even if he didn't end up with a shot on the 2, he could have played it safe because he's close to the 2. You know, it's easier to play safe when you're closer to the ball as opposed to being farther away. You know.
He's played that perfect, hasn't he? Look at this angle he's got on this 3 to get up for the 5, back down for the 6. Not a problem from here, surely. He could be going 2-1 ahead here, Tony.
Yeah. Come one rail to the center of the table, then come one rail, and either end up straight on the 6 and shoot a stop shot or a slight angle.
He's got a pretty good Fargo as well, 6.99, Kang Lee, from South Korea.
Well, I would say his rating is that low because I would say his rating is that low. It's not that 6.99 is low, but what I'm saying is, for me, it's supposed to be higher for sure. No doubt about it, because I know him. I know how well he plays. And but you know, I don't think he's played in enough events to end up garnering, you know, more points to that sense. So he's definitely going to get more after this event for sure, and the U.S. Open, because he played very well in the U.S. Open too.
Yeah, he's a great character as well, and we want some characters like you yourself as well. You was always a character.
Yeah, we
do like a character.
Yeah, we're always joking around, him and I. I tell him that his name sounds scary when it's done the correct way, because every time I say Lee Kang, and it says, man, I say your name and I quiver in fear. You know.
I asked him if he was related to Bruce Lee.
Yeah, yeah. And he gets a kick out of it to this day. He loves it.
Not a kung fu kick, I hope.
Yeah. Well, this is to go ahead 2-1.
And in it goes 2-1. Who would have thought it? Looked like going 2-0 Styer. It's 2-1 Lee.
That's why just one mistake can completely turn around the set, you know? Now it's going to be interesting to see if he does what I predicted. Try to aim the 1 even fuller still, you know?
Just catch it more square on, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes you believe you're aiming the ball to hit it dead square, and you're not hitting it dead square. So it might be that your stroke is off, or you're just not lining it up correctly to begin with, but you have to make an adjustment, because if you fail to make an adjustment, you become prone to scratching in the side all the time. And, you know, in the long race, even then that might not be okay, but, you know, it's even worse.
We've been seeing a lot of dry breaks over the last few days, but it's been breaking very, very well this morning. No problems with the break at all. The odd one here and there, of course. This arena later on, the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek, is going to be absolutely packed, because we've got the amateur event going on as well, of course, at the moment, the Michigan Amateur Open, and the state championships. And guess what? It's the team event starts tonight. It's going to be crowded.
Oh yeah, I love the team events, because you have a lot of people. Let's see this break. Let's see if he ends up hitting it, even getting the cue ball closer to the center of the table. See, now you see how he's even further away from the scratch, right? That's how he missed the scratch by diamond. So little by little, he's making the
there.
adjustment.
By
he's getting
rack
there.
4, he should be perfect.
Yeah, by rack 4, he should be perfect. That's right. So the first one, he went to the side. The second one, he barely went past the point, and now he missed the scratch by diamond. But there's a good chance that Tyler's going to get a turn at the table. And he's focused in his chair. He's waiting to pounce. He's waiting for his opportunity. Lee just needs to make sure that if he hits this one ball, if he's playing safe, he doesn't end up hitting one of the object balls so dead solid that nothing touches a rail.
Yeah, between the 4 and 5, he needs to come here. He's played it well. Has it got the pace? Has it got the pace?
Yeah. It's a tricky shot because if you mishit that and you run into a ball, you don't touch a rail.
Yeah,
that's why it's a tricky shot. Because he's trying to control it to make sure that that he puts him behind the 4 and the 7.
Yeah, this is a game all about the one ball, right?
Yeah, if he can hit one ball underneath, it would be great. Or just bank it and leave the cue ball by the 9 and leave the one ball. Oh, look at this.
Oh, he's caught it. Is he going to get cover behind the 4? He is. I think we could be seeing the jump stick again.
In New York, that's what we call a jelly roll.
Jelly, yeah.
Jelly roll.
I read that comment
because it's sweet.
I think I read that on your timeline, on your Facebook timeline. Somebody commented it. Might even have been you, Tony.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes in order to win matches, you need those kinds of rolls. Yeah. You have to play well and get some rolls. Well, this is it right here.
Well,
this is his opportunity to tie it to a piece.
Forget
about the 7. Stay composed. The present is all that matters, right?
Kang actually said, he said, I'm good at jumping, I just never make a ball.
Yeah,
and that was a fine example there. I think you're such a great kicker. I think you're such a great kicker of the ball.
There are kickers out there way better than me. I guarantee you that. Maybe it was just that one match that you saw. I just happened to hit every kick.
I have only seen you play once, so it could have been.
I'm always looking to improve, my friend. Boy, it's just I never get tired of watching those fundamentals. They're just so rock solid.
I could
They're
watch
so
it all
rock
day.
solid.
Yeah. Just watch this beautiful slow backswing of his as well. The little pause and then go for that ball so smoothly.
It's going to draw it back a bit. I kind of like drawing it just a little bit and then using the 4, right? Up.
See, that's so sweet, that. And look at, he's got even more draw than he wanted there.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say is I kind of like drawing it back a couple of inches and shooting the 4 and coming off the top rail and coming back down for the 5 because I don't have to worry about overdrawing only because it's a new cloth, you know.
He's going to have to come across the face.
He might play the combo or just go one rail and play the 5 in the same pocket.
Oh, he's come around 2 rails.
Better yet, 2 rails. I didn't think he had that angle. I thought he had too much angle, but yeah, that's definitely the shot if he had the angle for sure. Now over here, when I teach my students, I tell them when you play position from the 5 to the 6, the key here is to make sure that when you come off the rail, the cue ball doesn't end up parallel with the 6 and the 7. If you leave that cue ball parallel with the 6 and the 7, in other words, right in between them, now you have to shoot over the 7. And that makes it more difficult to pocket the ball, especially when you're under pressure. So the key here is he has to come before the 7 or past the 7. And I'm not saying it's impossible to make it, but you're literally not trying to make it harder on yourself, right? See, he went past the 7, so now he doesn't have to worry, and that's a smart shot. Now he doesn't have to worry.
Have you given him a lesson?
No.
Played it like you had?
No. I love giving lessons. I told you that. I've been teaching for over 30 years. I have a passion for teaching. I've done corporate events in New York, Mark. You have no idea. With 200 plus people, they give me a microphone and you think I've been doing it 50 years. I absolutely love that stuff.
Wow, you're going to have to give me a lesson. I just need to
That'd be
find
a
another
pleasure.
249 that want to do it with me.
So he came a little short here, and I think the key here is just make sure you get a shot on the 9.
Yeah,
You don't really need to. He can zigzag this if he feels comfortable, but I don't recommend hitting with a lot of spin. But most people would just cinch it and just go one rail and make sure they have a nice, decent shot on the 9 ball.
Yeah, he'll just hold it off the rail. He's got that with that nice smooth stroke of his.
Right.
Oh, he has gone across.
So see, he tried to go across, but the thing is that
I
on
don't
this
like
table
that.
you have to hit it with more speed because the ball slows down a bit when it's coming across, right? Doesn't mean he's not out. He can still get out from here. He just has to really focus on making the 9 ball. Make a decision. Believe in your decision. Trust it. Tell yourself this is where the cue ball is going to end up. Don't think about the cue ball. Focus on making the shot. Absolute perfection right there. Hit it great. That was a hell of a shot.
It was beautiful, wasn't it? Just going for the little extension on the butt of the cue. Has a quick little look at the shot clock. He's focused. He's in tune. He's in the zone.
He is. And I like rolling this in. I don't like putting draw on this. Oh,
And
wow,
it's
he
exactly
missed
what
it.
he's done. He's missed that
Wow.
10 ball.
Yeah,
Can
that's a
you
shocker.
believe it?
Yeah, I definitely didn't expect that.
Was it because he was overreaching slightly?
I don't think so. He's used to. He's played with the extension enough, you know. Maybe he just lost a little focus there, but you know.
He's going for the bank. He's called the bank shot, has he? Tyler thinking to himself, what have I done there? Missed the 10 ball. And that really is a 10 you should never miss, isn't it? It's looking close. It's looking
Wow,
close. It's
great.
looking close.
He hit it great. He hit it great.
Wow. 3-1. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek, and Tyler Styer taking a sip of his water. He should have been breaking. He missed an easy 10 ball, and Kang Lee took it to take him to the hill. So let's have a look at this break, Tony, and let's see if he makes that final little adjustment.
Yeah. See, he's looking at it. He's taking his time, and he made a hell of a bank shot. You know, it was unfortunate that Tyler missed a 10 ball because that was to tie it to a piece, but he took full advantage of that opportunity. There you go. Now he stopped it near the center, but the cue ball got kicked up, Tom. But that's what I'm talking about. See, because now
look at this.
and you know he's yet to to fail and make a ball on the break. He's made a ball every single time he's broken the balls, right? And you know, people say, oh wow, he made 5, he made 3, whatever. I'm happy with just making 1. I just want to stay in control of the table. That's all that matters, that you stay in control of the table, right?
Totally agree. Now, where does the 2 ball go? It goes in the side, you can see.
I mean, listen, if he doesn't like, I like drawing back 2 rails.
Yeah.
Unless he plans on playing the 210, which I seriously doubt. But don't be surprised if he just sticks the cue ball there and leaves him behind the 6.
Yeah, glues it to the 6 ball and say, there you go, Tyler, you sort it out.
Mm-hmm. My motto is, you know, why should I make the mistake when I can let them do it, right? Very nice,
what
very
a
nice
shot he's played here.
Yeah, it's a hell of a shot right there.
Brilliant shot.
That might
Perfect
actually
on the
be
2.
that might actually be the winning shot right there.
Now this is one of those shots we were talking about earlier. Don't want to slow roll it too much.
Yes.
Still get that stroke through it. Stun run through.
That's correct. Just hit it very high.
There.
Nice as uh-oh.
Oh, he
For a
jumped
second there,
up
I
on
thought,
the shot there.
yeah,
I thought
for a second there, I thought he missed that.
He was up early. There's another big tip for any player wanting to get better. Just try and stay down on that cue a little bit longer as well.
Stay
Tony.
down. Think of yourself as a statue with a movable right arm, right?
I love you. You've got a saying for everything.
Have what?
A saying for everything.
Well, I've been teaching long enough, so I've got a lot of experience in that department. Problem is that I have to be able to do it myself when I need to, you know. No, I'm very happy to be competing again. I really am. It's taken me a little bit to get used to the pressure of competing again, but I'm really starting to get into a comfort zone.
Your wife has got to be super proud of you. I'm sure that phone call's gone back. Yes, honey, I've done it again. I won that match.
Okay, so now I'm wondering if he's thinking of hitting this with pure follow and doubling the rail, because that's the kind of angle that he has. Unless he's either gonna do that or just take the longer shot and just come off with a little bit of inside spin, and take the longer shot on the 6 ball to go up and down, you know. But I wouldn't be surprised if he hits this with pure follow. Looks like he's hitting it low.
Called for the extension.
I'm not sure why he would hit it low, because it looks like he could possibly run into the 8 or the 7.
Surely that shot clock might just have made him think again about this shot, because I like what you're saying here, Tony. Just take it.
Did he call a bank? I can't tell.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that shot.
I'm not either.
I'm surprised that he went that route.
That was I mean, he got the cue ball up there, but missed the pot. There's no good in doing that.
Let me ask you something. I'm just curious because I believe the WPA rule is if you make a ball in the wrong pocket, your opponent has the option to make you shoot again, right?
If you make the ball that you're going for in the wrong pocket, yes.
Your opponent can make you shoot again?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to clarify that, because that happened in my last match. I made the 1 ball in the wrong pocket, and the guy made me shoot again. And I believe that's a WPA rule, if I'm not mistaken. I have not played in too many WPA events, so that's why I'm trying to confirm that.
I'm sure the man to our right will let us know either way.
Oh, yeah, he overcut that. He went straight into the corner, unfortunately.
It's a poor shot. It's going into the corner, is it?
Yeah. But the reason why I'm saying that, Mark, is because if that is a rule, not that he would pass it along to him, but if that is a rule, he had the option to make him shoot again.
No, because he didn't make the ball in the wrong pocket. The 6 ball went down.
Oh, he made the 6
5,
ball.
yeah.
Oh, not the. So it has to be the ball that you're shooting.
The ball you're shooting.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. All right, thank you for clarifying that.
I'm sure there's lots of people on the chat now going, no, Mark White's wrong. He's always wrong.
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to confirm that with John after this match just to make sure, you know.
Yeah.
That way, if anyone has any questions and you want to ask me later on in the commentary, I'll be more, well, I shouldn't say I'll be more than happy to answer it. I'm always more than happy to answer it. But problem is I can't see the chat from here. We're only watching the match on the monitor. I have no access to the chat.
We'll deal with it later. Meanwhile, this is for the set. Kang Lee on the 8 ball down the rail. And you've got to say, Tony, that Tyler has missed a couple of shots that he shouldn't have missed in this.
Yeah, and we all have
match.
our demons, and we all have our struggles. You know, everyone has their struggles here and there. You know, I felt like King Kong yesterday in the TV
And
table.
in it goes. Kang Lee feels like King Kong. He's won the first set 4-1. So we are back. 1-0. Kang Lee over Tyler Styer. Tyler will get the first break though in this particular set. Missed a couple of balls that maybe he thinks he shouldn't have done, which cost him that set, undoubtedly. Still with me in the commentary booth, the very knowledgeable and still in the tournament, Tony Robles.
Nice break there by Tyler. Unfortunately, he didn't make a ball. But at least he doesn't have a shot on the 1. But anyway, what I was saying previously is yesterday I felt like King Kong, and you know, you have your days where you feel like you're unstoppable, and then there are days that you're just wondering what in the world is going on. I just played like a perfect set yesterday, and today everything just looks hard. And I think that when you get to that point, the key is, and I said this earlier during this match, is to just stay in the present. The past does not equal the future. You have to stay focused on the moment, on the task at hand. Because if you start thinking about anything else, your mind is going to start racing. Oh, I missed this ball, I missed that ball. I can't believe I'm letting it off easy. It's you're thinking about things you're not supposed to. It's not going to help you make the shots.
It's not going to change the past, right?
Yeah.
You can't change the
can't
past,
change
but
the
you can
past.
do everything about the future.
Mm-hmm.
And there you see a picture of Tyler thinking, what did I do wrong? Well, that surprises me a little bit.
Well, you know, Tyler, I believe, has enough experience to where he knows how to let it go, and he knows he has to let it go. Because if he doesn't, you know, I'm talking about let go of a mistake. You know, it's pointless.
I like running into the 4-3 here, and
if he can do that, that'd be great.
Oh, he has, but he's missed the 1 ball. Has he left it? He has.
Yes, he has. Lee's gonna have to. He might have to go between the 6 and the 7 here, unless you know he can hit it with inside spin. and run into, if he runs into the 10, he ends up behind the 7. Wait a minute. If he runs into the 10 dead straight, he has a perfect angle on the 2 ball. But he's a 3 cushion player. That's why I'm thinking out loudly, But I think the shot here is go between the 6 and the 7.
You think as loud as you want.
Okay, so he did that, but he missed it.
And he was dreading that shot clock. He told me, I don't like the shot clock. I'm a little bit, I get caught on it a lot.
Yeah.
And it happened there.
Yeah. It's tough to play with the shot clock, but I mean, I've done it off and on throughout the years, that to the point where it doesn't bother me. But let me ask you this, right? Now that we're talking, what's the best nickname for a pool player you've ever heard? I think that's an interesting question. If anyone in the comments want to chime in, tell me what you think the best name you've ever heard for a pool player in the game.
That's a tough question.
Yeah. I'll tell you what my favorite one is.
I do like Earl the Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that one.
Okay, so Lee's going to have to kick at this and try to put the cue ball behind the 5 or the 3. And he's a 3 cushion player, so he's really good at kicking this on the side of the ball that he wants to hit. But this is a bit of an awkward angle there. See, he hit it a little too hard. Well, I shouldn't say he hit it too hard.
Is he going to get a bit of love behind the 6? Is it going to keep rolling? Is it going to keep rolling? Well, Tyler carrying both cues with him. One shorter than the other. Which one's he going to choose?
I think he's going to probably curve it in a bit. I shouldn't say he overhit that. I think he just hit the one a little thinner than what he wanted to.
Just caught it a little bit thin. It wasn't far off.
Mm-hmm.
Very important part of the match now. First rack, it was Tyler's break. Doesn't want to lose this rack.
Yeah.
With Kang Lee breaking, and the next, all of a sudden, it's 2.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And Lee Kang was just looking at the ceiling, and then shook his head in disappointment. So what he's doing is smart, because you want to shake off the mistake while you're at the chair, not when you're out there shooting.
Yeah, I like that bit of advice.
Very nice shot by Tyler.
Oh,
very
nice.
Absolutely
beautiful. Spinning the cue ball round. Great shot.
And he hit that with confidence. That's the main thing. He hit it with confidence. Very important.
And yeah, he directed it where he wanted it to go, and that's what it's finished absolutely perfect. Couldn't have played it better. Straightforward draw out into the centre of the table again. Just past centre, Tony, I guess.
What was that?
Just draw the cue ball just past the centre of the table.
Yeah, I like going off the rail, if you can believe that. Right? I like going off the rail. See, because when you're playing on a new cloth, a lot of times when people players try to draw the ball to where he left it now, the tendency is to overdraw. And when you overdraw, a lot of times you end up frozen to the rail. Yeah. So I tell people, if you hit it with enough speed to come off the rail, you're guaranteed to never end up frozen on the rail.
It's what we teach in snooker.
Mm-hmm.
If you imagine playing a long red, drawing back for the 8 ball, for the black ball, of course.
That's correct.
Always draw back to the cushion and back out again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try and hold it.
Yeah.
Basically, keep the stroke the same. Keep letting that stroke go.
So he's going to shoot this in the side. Don't want to overhit this, because remember, this table is running a little bit, right? Oh, wow.
Oh, that's just...
And he stayed down on that shot. He got away with it.
Was there a bit of deceleration?
But he didn't really move. It's just... But this is what I also tell players. A lot of times you can keep your body perfectly still, but still have the ability to flinch that stroke just enough to set it off course, right?
Didn't call frozen, so I don't think he's going to make any difference in this particular shot.
He has to play safe here. I mean, it's not like he has a shot. Question is, he's trying to see. The problem is that the 8 is so close and low, close to the rail and low, that it's difficult to. I used to practice a shot. I love this shot. I would double kiss this with low left and hit the 3/4 of the ball on the right side and double kiss the cue ball 2 rails underneath the 9 ball.
That's a Karen shot.
Yeah, I love that shot.
I was taught that Karen shot. Yeah. That's a great shot.
Oh, look, he was able to get past the 8. Yeah. That's definitely the shot. I didn't think he could get past the 8, but, that was definitely the shot.
I'm really impressed with his safety. Kang Lee's.
Oh, he's
Really good safety.
3 cushion. 3 cushion. Oh, he's going to go for it. Came short there and left him out, unfortunately.
He's just going for
isn't
a
this game
difficult
amazing?
Period, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah, isn't that amazing? If you intentionally try to jump that ball and leave the cue ball exactly where you left it now, along with the perfectly straight shot on the 4 ball for easy position, you can do it.
Never.
You can do it.
Now this is absolutely perfect. Just stun the 4 in here. If I'm being a little bit critical of him at the moment, his technique, he's jumping up just a little bit soon.
He is.
He's almost missed 2 balls like that. If I was his coach now, I would be saying, keep that head down.
That's correct, yeah. And that one he actually overhit. So now he's on the wrong side again. So he might want to come on the other side to shoot the 7 in the low right-hand corner pocket. I guess he likes that side, so maybe he's straighter than what I thought he was.
Yeah, I think he'll probably just drop this in, Tony.
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't have too much angle, then yeah, that's not a bad shot at all, because you're minimizing the movement of the cue ball again, right?
Yeah. And I know you like that.
Absolutely love it.
I'm gonna have a tattoo with that.
When you minimize the movement of the cue ball, you maximize your run-out potential.
Oh, we're gonna have to shorten it because I've got to pay by the word.
Minimize equals maximize.
Yes, that's better.
So over here,
Can I just put min-max?
He's going to have to draw 1 rail. I don't know if he's going to play it in the same pocket or if he's going to play by where the 9 is. No, he's going to play in the same pocket. Yeah, he hit it great.
Beautiful draw on that. I tell you, this guy can cue.
Oh, yeah.
Once again here, just stop the cue ball where the 8 is. Or not. You're looking at me.
Absolutely,
oh, okay. Yeah. I thought I'd said something really
wrong
then.
No, you did not. You're spot on, bud.
I'm just trying to do the min-max thing.
Yeah. I like that. Min-max. That way you have to explain it to people when they ask you what that means.
Yeah. Sticks in the head.
Yeah. Now that one is going to open up. Watch, it's going to open up. You see? So he wound up getting a little lower than he wanted. That happened to me twice yesterday in the match on this table. When you're coming to the bottom rail, you hit that long rail, it opens up, it slides a little bit. So it doesn't come as short as you're expecting it.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful. You have to intentionally come a little short in order to avoid being in this position. That is.
I need you in my ear when I need you in my ear when I'm playing. Oh, it's a great shot.
Yeah.
And we're going for a timeout. And I'll tell you what, Tyler Styer needs one at the moment. 1 down. Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena, and well, we have a saying: you're drinking at the last chance saloon, and at the moment, that's what this match is. Because if you don't win this match, you're out.
Yeah, that's correct.
Kang
And believe
Lee,
me, he's gonna strive mightily. He's not out of it. Yeah, he's gonna try to give it his best shot. You know, he struggled this entire match, but he's not his first rodeo. You know.
look at the way Tyler was studying that break, looking intently concentrating on what Kang was doing on that break there.
Yeah, I think that's the first time that he didn't make a ball on the break, right? Yeah. And for all of you that were asking earlier about that rule, about having the option to shoot again or not, Miko Immonen was listening to the stream, and he just sent me a text saying that any ball that is pocketed that is not called, the opponent has the option to make them shoot again. So it could be any ball.
The Iceman.
Yeah. Yeah, we grabbed the bite last night and went to the room and started watching Breaking Bad on Netflix.
Oh, what a series that is. Hopefully, Kang Lee doesn't do any more Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I don't remember seeing Tyler this rattled for. It almost looked like he wanted to pick the one ball up then.
I've been there. I know what it's like. It's not a good feeling, you know.
But as you said, he's a seasoned professional. It isn't his first rodeo. He'll get back on the horse.
Yeah. And, you know, but time is running out because Lee Kang, you know, not a lot of people have heard of this kid, but, I mean, always world class, always. Ever since the day I met him.
Isn't he? He's dangerous.
Yeah, he's always played world class pool. He's capable of beating anyone in the world. And a fantastic kid, too.
Yeah,
super humble.
Love his attitude.
Yeah. Gives lessons at Karam Cafe. Owner there is Michael Kang. So he has a lot of supporters there. And Karam Cafe is one of the nicest rooms you've ever seen in your life because they not only have a ton of Brunswick tables, they're set up in the middle of the table. They have a pit that has, I believe, eight Karam tables. Oh. And every year they have a major three-cushion tournament there where all the best three-cushion players in the world come there. And Michael Kang has that event there. Ira Lee helps him run it, as well as Lee Kang, and Eric Kwang too. I believe is involved with that.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, it's a fantastic event, and the food there is really good.
So, looking good also. Kang Lee to take this second rack, and then he will be breaking to go on the hill. But a little bit of work to do yet, Tony.
Yeah.
Needs to negotiate 7 to 8, 8 to 9, and 9 back down for 10 again. So
yeah, he needs to put the cue ball by the spot, near the spot. He goes near the spot, he's in good shape. Just enough angle, right, to come down for the 9 ball.
Do you like stunning this in again?
I don't know. I think he has enough of an angle where he can get away with follow. I don't think he needs to stun it. But, you know, some people like to stun it on the other side, you know, depending on the angle. But I think he'll be fine with follow here.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need to touch a rail.
No.
Now, this is a preference. Some players prefer to stun this one and come straight towards a 10. Others like to go 2 rails forward, right? And go towards the 10.
Yeah, I like going towards it.
Yeah, it all depends on how straight you are, or almost straight, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It all depends on the angle, see? Yeah, nice angle to do that.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way, if you have the correct angle, that is, because you're coming towards the ball, right?
So this is going to be 2-0 if this 10 ball goes in, and I think it will.
2-0.
It has. It's 2-0. So what's Tyler got to do?
He just has to wait for his opportunity and take it one shot at a time. Forget about what's happened thus far and just stay focused. You know, he's just you know, it's easy to defeat yourself mentally sometimes when you're not feeling it. And I'm not saying he's doing it intentionally, but sometimes you try to look for the answers and you can't find it. And I always tell people that when you can't find the answer, just keep focusing on your fundamentals. If they go in, fine. If they don't, at least you did the best that you could with what you had in front of you at that moment, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well said. And Kang Lee looking very, very relaxed as he walks to the table to break off, to get himself on the hill. So let's have a look at this break and tell us, well, what's going to happen here. What balls are we watching out for here?
Well, last time he broke, he failed to make a ball on the break for the first time, and his cue ball went towards the left side of the table. So let's see if he makes the adjustment to end up closer to the center of the table. Oh, he went all the way to the left. But you see, he hits him so hard that even when he hits him off center, he still makes a ball on the break.
Yeah, a little shake of the head there for Tyler. I think he can't believe.
And the 7 is in a funny spot. The 7 is in a funny spot, but I think the carom with the 7 and the 10 is on. I like to look at the whole rack ahead before I even take the first shot.
I was going to say, where are you looking at? I'm still looking at position for the the 3, rather.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, he's going to hit that with follow and just come straight up and down. But, you know, I like to assess the rack. You see, they're showing the angle there, and it looks like the 10 is dead on. And he's a 3-cushion player, so that's like a hanger for him.
Yeah, early 10s do count, just to let everyone know. It counts on the break as a golden break. The blue cheese, as some people call it.
Yep. Yep.
Where did I learn that?
The cheese?
Yeah.
I see you probably from me.
Yeah, of course.
I said you want to give yourself a shot at the cheese.
Well, he's on the yellow cheese at the moment. And now he's on the red Leicester. We have a cheese called red Leicester in the UK.
See, I've seen players that they end up in this situation here and they just do a nice little slow roll and play the 4 on the side. Other players rather draw back 1 rail, slightly past where they're at there, and end up with a nice angle to go 2 rails. So I think that depends on the equipment, how slow or fast the table's running. See, because look how easily he lost the cue ball there.
Oh, he has lost the cue ball. Where's it going?
You see, look. But you see how easily? Whereas if he would have just slow rolled it a bit, just all he had to do is come off the rail 1 or 2 inches, and he would have been dead straight on the 4 on the side.
And he could have just rolled through for the 5 into this corner, yeah. Now he's faced with, well, this is a tricky shot, isn't it, in the jaws of the pocket.
Now he's probably going to have to elevate the cue here, which makes the shot slightly more difficult.
Extension called.
He's going to have to stun it and go 1 rail, because I don't know if he has a good enough angle to go 3 rails with follow. But then you're going to have to, you know, hit that one just as good. You're going to have to hit it perfect. Yep, he chose to elevate the cue.
He's just got a slight angle.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to elevate the cue with this angle, no doubt about it.
Now then, Tyler, here's the chance you've been waiting for.
Yep.
And it does go. And what I like about
it does go, but I don't think this is a shot he should go for now, because he doesn't really have position for the 5 here. He needs to play a defensive shot, maybe put him underneath the 9.
Yeah. 4 over by the 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as you said.
And you know what I like about that shot is that by putting him on that side of the 9, he eliminated the 2 rail kick, because that's a simple kick, right?
Yeah.
So now Lee might have to go 3 rails.
3 rails.
And again, he's a 3-cushion player, yeah.
And call this. Oh, he's called. He's going that way, yeah.
And don't be surprised if he sends the 4 to the long rail and to the top rail and leaves the cue ball behind, you know, the 5, 10, 7, 9, and 8, you know. And he's shooting it left-handed too.
Yeah.
You see?
Wow, what a kick that is. What a kick that is.
He left him, though. He left him the shot. But that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to go 3 cushions and leave the cue ball behind. He was hoping to hit it fuller, no doubt about it. Because if he hits that ball fuller, the 4 hits the long rail and then ends up in the short rail. That's what he's trying to do. But I got to start taking 3 cushion. find a place in Florida where I can play 3 cushion.
There must be somewhere.
Very nice shot, Tyler.
Look
Very
at
nice
that
shot.
for
That
a
was an awesome
stroke.
shot.
What a shot. That will make him feel a whole lot better. What a gorgeous stroke that was.
It really was. He hit that like a dream. Not just slide it, stun it, one rail. By the side pocket. Came a little short there, but he has a perfect angle to go between the 8 and the 10. And this is another one of those shots that I prefer if I have the angle, because I think he does here. If you decide to go across, it's better to make sure you come off the second cushion to make sure that you don't end up frozen if you're trying to stop a little short of the cushion, the second cushion, right?
So we're practicing the shot similar to this last night for many minutes.
Where you see how the ball slides?
I see what you mean. He needs it to bounce. Is he straight on this?
Right. You see, that's why you hit it with enough to come off the second cushion. He came off enough to make sure that he didn't end up frozen, right?
Slightest of angles here, look, not much.
I would go 2 rails here. There you go. He hit it great.
Wow.
Absolutely perfect.
Really is a delight to watch when he's cueing well, isn't he?
No, he works. He's an extremely hard worker.
Yeah, I remember in Vegas, he was even up early in the morning helping clean the tables. He loves the game and the equipment and respects the equipment as well. And that's a big part of Paul as well.
Yeah.
Respect the equipment, Tony.
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you a funny story now you said that. Did you know that a buddy of mine, David Padilla, used to run Amsterdam Billiards, and when he closed at 4 a.m., I would always make sure I put all the cues away and all the racks where they belong and all the bridges, because my dad owned a pool hall for 17 years, and that's what he made us do when we were growing up. All right.
Oh, yes, that's a great shot. Okay, Tyler pulling one back. It's 2-1. We'll be back after the break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, and that was a very, very important rack that Tyler's just won there. And This is only, I think, his second break. So needs to get what some people say is one of the best balls, one of the best breaks in 10 ball. He needs to get that working for him very, very quickly. He's a set down and he's 2-1 down in the second set.
Made the 3 ball and another ball and has a shot on the 1.
And as you say, that's all you can ask for. Make a ball, give yourself the next shot.
Yeah, I mean, here, you shouldn't even worry about the cue ball. You're going to get automatic position on the 2 no matter where you end up. You just have to make sure you hit it with enough speed so you don't end up on top of the 4 or the 8, you know?
Yeah, 100% on the pot here.
It's what I call Mount Everest when you have to shoot over the ball. You don't want to end up on top of Mount Everest, not in pool.
Oh, he's rattled
just
it.
missed
He's
it.
rattled
Just
it.
missed it. Uh-oh.
Has he got cover? Where's the cue ball?
Ooh.
Wow. Oh, this is nasty. You know, you just said Mount Everest. We have a little saying in the UK. We don't call it Mount Everest. We call it a picnic shot.
A picnic shot?
A picnic, yeah, because you're hampered.
That's funny. Well, don't be surprised if Lee Kang makes a shot because his three cushion experience kicks in with these shots. Just needs to make sure he doesn't overhit it, just in case he hits it dead straight, he doesn't scratch. Oh, that went long on him.
Yeah, he put
definitely went long
lots of English on that. Too much right-hand English. It really widened it too much. So now then, chance for Tyler to draw level in this second set.
So it looks like he feels comfortable playing the 2 in the same pocket, and I like that shot a lot. Because anywhere he stops on the cushion, whether he ends up straight, angle, slight angle this way, slight angle that way, he's still good for the 4 ball. But he underhit that one. He was expecting it to come off a lot quicker, for sure.
Shakes his head.
Now he needs to compose himself, figure out what's the best solution here, and focus on that.
Well, if Margaret bit all her nails off yesterday, and she's been back to the nail salon this morning, they might all be gone again by the end of this. I'd love to own a nail salon in Belarus.
Well, yeah. No, Margaret is awesome. Margaret is awesome. And I'm pretty sure I would be shocked if she's not sweating, you know, his match now. He's going to go for the bank. And he made it. And how good did he hit that ball?
Just beautiful. That is the Tyler Styer stroke. Absolutely perfectly played. Beautiful stroke. Okay, just slightly the wrong side, is he? But it's no real difficulty here. Yeah, he's just raised.
He's going to play the 5 in the top left-hand pocket, right? And then
is he coming all the way round?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking to see if he's dead straight, because I mean he might consider just stopping the ball there and taking a long shot in the 7. I don't think that's what I would do, but I would definitely shoot. No, I personally prefer to shoot the ball in the corner, so that way I get a little closer to the 8.
Yeah, he tricked the cameraman there. He was going for the.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beauty.
Yeah, now here he just has to draw it back a foot or 2. And if he ends up, you know, drawing it in a straight line, he shoots the 8 ball, goes 2 rails for the 9. And Lee Kang is focused. He's still focused in his chair. He's waiting for his opportunity. Wow, he hit that great.
Oh, he's got a hold of this one.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to draw there, but I guess he did that because he had a slight angle, you know. You have a slight angle, it's very difficult to end up almost straight on the 8. So he's going to go with draw, go between the pocket and the 10 ball, and go straight up the table. Oh, look at that.
Oh, what a stroke. Do you know some players that you can just watch all day? He's one of them.
Now he's going to stun follow it with a ton of left. Go 1, possibly 2 rails.
Wow, look at this.
And just like that,
absolutely perfect.
Puts himself in a position to tie it to a piece.
And he certainly is. His whole body language has changed. His cueing has changed. He's looking more positive, looking smoother, playing not exhibition stuff, but playing strokes that really lets the cue go.
Yeah. And that's what's so exciting about this match, because they're both great players and they both break great. You know, and when you have a matchup like that, you know, anything can happen.
Kenley giving his cue a wipe, sitting there. He looks pretty calm as well. Don't forget, he's won the first set, so the worst he can suffer is a shootout.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine who's texting me back and forth about Lee Kang. Says that he's not surprised, but I think a lot of us aren't surprised that Lee Kang is winning the match, because you know, at least the people that know him, because I know him, so does John, and John told me there's a bunch of people play 3 cushion at a tournament in Europa in Florida. So I'm definitely going to check that out. So thanks for that.
Oh, so you have got somewhere to go and play.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. I think it's a lady. I forget her name. Mercedes. I think she used to be a top 3 cushion player as well.
Can you believe it? A dry break for Tyler Styer.
Yeah.
And he's cutting this back, I believe. Yeah, there you see.
But anyway, thanks for that, John. I'm hoping to see you in Ohio, since I know you didn't make it to this one. Over here, I apologize. Mark, what were you saying, bud?
Oh, nothing important.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
No, carry on. I mean, it's good to let people know what they can play, where they can play it.
So over here, he has a chance of making this ball, and if he can get past that 9, playing the 2 in the corner pocket by where the 9 is, or the corner pocket by where he's pocketing the 1 ball.
Oh.
But he decided to go for the safe, and that's obviously, listen, when you have a choice between a tough shot and a safe, this is a question I ask myself. If I shoot this shot 10 times, can I make it 10 times and get perfect position 10 out of 10? No. If I play this safe, can I make it 10 out of 10? Probably 1,000 out of 1,000. That's how you weigh percentages. You have to be honest with yourself, because no one knows your game better than you do. So if you can be honest with yourself and figure out, hey, I think I can make this shot and get position 20 out of 20, you go for the shot, and vice versa.
Yeah, it reminds me of what Steve Davis used to say. You know, he always played the percentages, would never take anything less than 70-30.
Yeah, and he's one of the greatest that ever lived. He's one of my favorites. I had the pleasure of playing with him in the Mosconi Cup 2 years in a row. What a pleasure it was to meet him. I had met him when I was
at pool. Was he better than Judd Trump at pool?
Oh yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Judd Trump. I never got to watch him play, so I don't know how good Judd Trump plays. I know he played the U.S. Open, but Steve Davis was a hell of a 9-ball player. All right, so over here,
I think he's gonna go for this. It's starting to show a few little signs of.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this though.
I mean, honestly, you know, he didn't really have much there. You know, it's hard to tell if he tried to play that 1 off the 9 just to gain an angle.
Yeah, there's a nice safety on here. Unless he's going for it, is he?
Well, he's going to try to bury him behind the 10 or the 2 or the 6 or the 9, one of those.
Nice safety.
But, you know, if he puts him behind the 10, that's even better.
This is a gorgeous shot. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Great shot. Little ripple of applause as well from the appreciative audience.
See, now when I'm jumping a shot like this, Mark, I would try my best to hit the right side of the 1. Because if you hit it dead solid and you bank it, it might break up the 5 and the 7. Not that the 5 doesn't go on the side, but it might come down and break up the 6, 2, and 9. So when you're breaking, you have to be mindful where you want that 1 ball to go, because if you break it up, which he did, now it's an open table, but fortunately he didn't leave Tyler a shot, right? So he ended up breaking that up, but he didn't exactly leave him a shot, or unless he can make the 2. If he can make the 2, he's probably going to call it. But see, the 5 goes in the side, so by breaking up the 6, 2, and 9, he's giving him a bit of an opportunity here. And that 1 ball might be stopped by the 3 ball. I don't know if that's what he's trying to do.
He's drawing behind the 10.
Oh, he's just playing safe.
Yeah.
See, the way he was looking at it, it looked like he was playing the 2, right? The way he was lining it up.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a tough hit here.
This is right behind the action. We're not right behind the action, if you know what I mean.
No, actually, that was a great shot. I like that shot.
He's coming with the jump stickers again. But he's probably
so he's
just jumping over to
cushions.
the end rail, right?
Yeah. Yeah. John is going to go there to watch it.
Oh, he's going to have to hurry. Oh.
Wow, hell of a hit.
Just in
hell
time.
of a hit.
What a great hit. And I tell you what, a tap on the table there.
Yeah.
From Tyler.
An appreciation for the shot, for the execution, yeah. That's respect for your opponent, right?
Called the side just in case. No intention.
I kind of like running into the 3 here, or you know, just drawing it underneath that in the 6, but I kind of like running into it, right?
Yeah.
See, that's why I kind of like running into it, because it's like tough to stop the 1 ball from going to that side. Whereas if you run into the 3, the cue ball stops where the 3 was, right? And you're not required to hit it as hard. It's not an easy shot. He left him in an awkward position here. This is no give me. No gimme whatsoever.
What does that say on his back? Angry?
Angry railbirds.
Angry railbirds. He's going to have to. He's called the extension. Angry railbirds. Like Angry Birds, right? But Angry Railbirds.
Hmm?
Angry Birds, the game.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine he's going to try to put him behind the 5 here. No, look at that. Trying to put him behind the 3. How good did he hit that one?
Oh, it's still coming. Wow. Tyler.
That was a hell of a shot there. But see, that's what happens. You play 3 cushion, those shots are like hangers, man. He hit that.
I like what Tyler does in situations like this. Brings both cues with him to save time in case he decides to jump. If not, he'll just throw it down on the carpet. And
yeah, very smart. You have to know all the moves, right?
Yeah.
Watch the form here in the jump shot. Watch how he keeps his head still and he doesn't drop his shoulder. Oh, came a little short on the stroke there.
Yeah, that's an unusual sight.
This is a massive opportunity for Tyler. I mean, for Lee Kang to take the lead here and get on the hill. Mark.
Yeah, and I know it won't be a shock to a lot of people in the know, but well, huge opportunity now.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred, and I'm pretty sure he would have too, to have gotten straight on the 2 ball. So that way all he has to do is shoot a stop shot or just turn it over a slight bit. So I don't know if he can do that here.
Are you playing into the 6?
I don't know if he has the angle to do that, because he might have to contend with the 9. Maybe he might just bump the 9 like super lightly, you know, and make sure that it doesn't end up getting tied with the 10. It's hard to tell from here.
Yeah, I can't quite see. Yeah.
There you go. Good call, Mark. Yeah, good
Lovely
call.
little bit of English.
Oh, that was great.
Drew it around and then straightened it back up again.
Yeah, with inside
with the
spin.
English.
That was a great
Beautiful
call.
shot. Oh, that
Yeah,
was
it
a
might have
clever
been.
shot.
Oh yeah, that might have been what won him this rack, right? Or what could get him on the hill.
Yeah, some players see it, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Other players might not have seen that shot.
Oh wow, look at that ball, it's still going.
Is it going to stop? Is it going to stop?
Yep.
Just in time.
Wow.
Well, if anything, it's not too bad. Can he avoid
Yeah,
the
but
7?
that's not where he wanted to be.
No, it's not.
Because now he has to worry about running into the 7.
Yeah. One eye on the shot clock. Well, he hasn't got too much time.
Yeah, this is a toughie. He might have to run into the 7.
Yeah.
And the 7,
5.
I think the 7 came out just enough. It did. 7 came out just enough to go into the corner pocket. So all he has to do is just focus on making the bank, make a decision as to what route he wants to take to get on the 6.
Yeah, you're just drawing off this, or are you trying to stun it in between the 8 and the 7? What are you doing?
I like stunning it. Long rail, short rail, hit by the Predator logo, and then come out by the center of the table, because I'm not sure if he can get away with follow here. Oh, he's going to play the safe. Nice shot.
Well, that's the shot of an experienced player, right?
Yeah. Well, he didn't feel comfortable with the bank. If you don't feel comfortable with the bank, you know.
Why give it up to your opponent? Especially the shot clock was coming as well.
Well, you know, it could be one of those damn if you do or damn if you don't situations where sometimes if you give your opponent that one extra shot might be the opportunity that they need to get lucky or come up with a fantastic shot, you know. We're about to find out.
Well, we've got Tyler Styer on the table, and we've got Tyler on the shot clock as well, and he's being kept very, very busy in this particular match. There you see him sat over there. He's working very hard. A smile from Tyler at least, so he's not feeling any pressure. He's enjoying it, if anything.
Yeah. Off the 10, underneath the 9. How good did he hit that? 3 cushion style.
Great stuff we're seeing here. I'm enjoying this, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is great stuff.
2-rail kick now for Tyler, calling the side, of course, just in case. And I'm right behind his cue arm here. I've got the perfect view. Oh, beautiful.
Needs to get by the 6. He did.
Just saw him
hit
sway
it like a
his
dream.
body.
Hit it like
How
a dream.
well has he hit that?
He hit it like a dream. And that 6 is a big ball there.
Well, they're certainly testing each other, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, you know, Lee knows the cushions really well. So I would be surprised if he doesn't hit this. He knows how to make the adjustments when you have a ball blocking the angle. There you go. How did he hit it? How did he hit it?
What a shot that is.
That's why I said he knows the cushions very well. I would have been very surprised if he didn't hit that.
Am I allowed to applaud in the commentary box? Because I just did. Sorry about that. Am I allowed to applaud?
Oh, of course. Why not?
Oh, that was an amazing kick. Beautiful.
I'm just enjoying the match. This is a fantastic match to watch. Both players are giving it their all.
And you're seeing some real high quality safety and kicks here.
Ooh. Yeah, he wanted to hit it underneath. He hit it. He hit a little bit on the thick side.
So first chance then to Kang Lee, the youngster from South Korea, plays out of New York. Everyone around the New York area knows him. Everyone in the pool community knows him, I should think. Seven ball.
I don't think he has a choice but to go 3 or 4 cushions with the 8 ball to the 9. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, he's thinking now, isn't he? Where do I want to be on the 7?
Yeah.
Where does he want to be on the 8? Up middle of the table?
Oh,
Go
he
round
overhit
3
that.
rounds?
He overhit that. See, he made a little bit of a face. He overhit it a bit. Even if he would have just draw it back just like an inch, or just stop it there,
Yeah.
he would have had a perfect angle to come off one cushion into the center of the table. So now he's going to have to make a decision. Am I going to draw it back just a little bit, enough to get it to the rail and shoot a long draw shot on the 8, or am I going to draw it back to the center of the table? He decided to go the straight route.
I don't mind that shot.
Yeah, no, not at all. He doesn't. Remember, this is a brand new cloth. It's very, very easy to draw the ball here.
Yeah.
But it's also very easy to overdraw it coming down this way, remember?
Oh, I remember. Yeah. Who was it now? Oh, yes, it was Edgy Geronimo.
Yes.
It was against you. Almost drew into this corner pocket.
Yeah. So you have to be very careful here. See, look how it keeps going.
Just
he hit that
away
great.
From the rail. Look, beautifully played. How well has he hit that, as you say? So this then to go on the hill. Well, so this 10 ball's going to go in, and then we're going to talk a little bit about your match later on, if you don't mind. Yep, in goes the 10. So it's Aloysius Yap for you later on.
Yeah, I play Aloysius at 5 o'clock, and it's the first time meeting him. Oh.
We'll be back after the break. Back to the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series, and we are on the Michigan Open part of the tour. Next up is Ohio. Before that though, we have Kangley on the hill, already leading by 1-0, and this is for the match.
And he's going to try to stop the cube on the center of the table this time, right? Make the adjustments, right?
Well, he did make a ball, and he's got a shot on the 1 ball as well, Tony.
Yeah.
Any problems you can see?
Just the 6 to the 7. That's it. You know, the 3 gives easy access to the 4. 4 gives easy access to the 6 in the upper left-hand pocket, but he still has to get good on the 6 to get on the 7.
Yeah, that 9's just slightly in the way for position, whichever way you play it, right, on the 6. course,
So over here, I can't really see the angle, but it looks like he's going to have to draw one rail on the long rail and then come back towards the center of the table. Yep, that's what he's going to do. One rail.
yeah, shoot the two into the same pocket as the one.
There's the angle for you.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Wants it to slow up, and it has. Couldn't have played that much better, could he?
Oh, yeah.
What a glorious stroke that was.
That was perfect. That was spot on. Perfect on the 3-2. Now all he has to do is just get. He doesn't want to end up with too much angle because he wants to be able to use a little bit of inside spin. But you know, some players prefer to end up on the other side of the 4. I don't think he has enough angle to do that. He's just going to come off the cushion, end up with a perfect angle on the 4 to get at the 6, and now this is a tricky part.
Yeah, now the work begins.
Yep. And you know, some players prefer to just get dead straight on the 6 so they can go straight uptown, right? And shoot the ball on the 7. You
doesn't
see?
want to leave himself an angle where he's going to run into the 9. That's the only thing he has to avoid here, right? Tony?
Right. The other thing he can do is come parallel to the 10 ball and shoot the 6 ball in the corner and come off the cushion, go between the 8 and the 9, right? That was the third option.
Oh, yeah, that's a third option.
Yeah, that's the third option. But the thing with the third option is that you have to keep perfectly still and not hit this too hard.
Yeah, you need to stroke it. No
you have to
stun
stroke
on it at
exactly.
all.
Because if you overcut it just the slightest bit and you hit it too hard or too much speed, that ball's not going to go in. So he has to stay perfectly still and come off the top cushion. Beautiful.
Oh, beautifully played. What a great shot again. And I'm very impressed with this guy. I mean, you know, let's not lose sight of the fact he is playing Tyler Styer. This is to get to the last 16.
Yeah,
it's a race to 4.
Yeah, he's a top-notch player. He's capable of beating anyone. And he did well in the U.S. Open. He's doing well here too.
Super impressed.
He's going to go 2 cushions here, shoot the 8 ball in the corner or in the side pocket. Just roll it in.
And you can bet your life on this. If he does run this out and take this match, Tyler will go up to him, give him a big smile, a big handshake, and tell him well played.
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything about this.
Yeah.
Fabulous stuff.
No, he's played an exceptional match, and you know, Tyler struggled a bit. He's going to go to the corner actually. Oh, look at that. I'm wondering if he has an angle. No, he doesn't have an angle. He's straight. He's good here.
Tyler's put his cue down. He knows it's over. As the 9 disappears, the 10's going to follow. And this is going to be au revoir. And in it goes. What a great match, and we'll be back later on for another live game from Battle Creek.